Welcome back. It's the Mo and Maz show, the Maz and Mo show. Well, you can call it Mo and Maz show if you want. You could do whatever you want.
The
Um,
MoMAs.
how's it going, buddy?
Good, good. How's it with you?
Not too bad. What's the topic today?
Uh, Money in football, ownership. I mean, this
Okay.
is the topic. I think United, Liverpool, Tottenham, few can I mention that it's really nervy when talking about the ownership, especially the Glazers and Tottenham right away. I mean, the success of Liverpool is masking the issues with the ownership. Not that they are bad ownership, but they're not doing on the same level what do you expect for football club like Liverpool. But anyway, football has changed. Do you agree or not?
Of course.
What's the reason? We're not going to talk about the technical side of football, okay? Because yeah, it's fast. There's more tactics in it. There's more techniques. If you watch the games in the 70s and the 80s, it's totally different, slower. Maybe individually it was more better, more talent. But now it's faster, it's more entertaining. But it changed when money started to pour in. This
Uh,
is what I believe. And if I can say specifically when the Premier League and the Champions League were both invented as brands, then came the money, ridiculous money. I mean, before the Champions League and before the Premier League, you would go to the European Cup and you'd see the likes of Benfica, Porto, Italian teams. It was a proper competition. The play level was, I would say, more or less even. But now we call it a surprise package if one of these teams, and by the way, if that happens, that's for just a season, not for a couple of. We've seen it with Ajax, for example, because they can't sustain it financially. And from where comes that? The money, ridiculous money in the Premier League. I mean, just to know that with all due respect, Ipswich, Southampton, and Leicester, even when they're going to get relegated, they earn more than the top four in Italy.
Well,
So,
that's what makes it the Premier League, right? I mean,
yeah, true.
you need money to fund the players that are coming in, the salaries, the contracts, all this stuff to attract good players, you need money. Unfortunately, it's become I think the main problem is that there's a huge gap between the wealthy and the not so wealthy.
Yeah,
Right? I think
exactly.
that's where it all bubbles down to. Man City, where were they before they were taken by Abu Dhabi? They were sorry, they were nowhere. I mean, whether the fans like it or not, I heard a fan once talk and say that my wildest dream was to win an FA Cup in his lifetime, and he was like in his mid 30s. So just imagine that was their dream. Now that they're winning almost everything out there, it's different. Why? Because they got money, and I don't know. It scares me. I mean, I remember a time when if you remember, Maz, we I think it was early 2000s when or 2008 9 when Real Madrid went and bought four of the best midfielders in the world. I mean, one go.
Galáctico. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Remember that?
yeah.
And I'm like, one of them was Xabi Alonso, and I'm like, who can do that in the world?
Yeah, yeah.
There's
I
very
remember
few
when they
teams that can do
started.
that.
Yeah, they bought Kaka, they bought Zidane,
Exactly.
Beckham, almost everyone who was on sale. Uh, they did it for financial reasons, but that project failed, because they didn't
It,
win
it
win
failed or
anything with it.
not, Maz, if it failed or not, we're suffering the consequences of that.
Yeah, I would think Real Madrid was always going to be the case because they always had money. And
Yep.
at a certain point, even the government, I remember, they came in. They were, I think, 20 years ago, they were on the brink of bankruptcy, and the government came in and they injected 600 million. I don't know what the currency was by then, and they bought a land adjacent to the club, and they lifted the club with that money. Same what Chelsea has done lately when they sold that hotel and injected, I think, 400 million pounds in it, but a sister company of the owners. So something like that. But there's two different things. Now we're talking about ownership of football clubs. That's what City. States are coming and countries are coming and buying clubs. Paris Saint-Germain, Newcastle, City, you name it. And we're talking about money in football. Two different things. UEFA, with all due respect, I mean, they brag about themselves promoting for equalness, fair play, and they invented the whole concept of the money pouring only to the Champions League to a point. The difference between between participating in the Champions League and winning the Europa League is not even on the same level of comparison. You can
Well,
go and win the Europa League, still gonna be way less than just participating in the group stage in the Champions League. I mean, what system is that? Seriously. And then you blame because there's no equalness in this football. Why the smaller teams are not developing? I mean,
well, that's see, we go back, and as you said, um, you've got the teams that develop players that don't have the financial
to keep
um
them.
yeah, backbone to actually keep them. They end up selling them. I mean, for instance, I can name Ajax for that reason. Frankfurt, now they've lost three of their best
Yeah,
attackers 3 seasons in a row. See these things, and then you've got the teams like the Chelseas, the Man Cities, PSG, Barcelona, Real Madrid that ship these players off. Now, Real Madrid do it in a very clever way because they're the the Spanish giants. They wait until the contracts run. Okay, the year before that, they whisper in the player's ear, and this is my opinion, of course, and people can judge me on this. This is what I believe. They start whispering in the player's ear, like, "Hey, buddy, we'll give you a sign-on bonus next year if you kind of come over, and they run down the contracts and go for free. Um, and who's the end winner? Real Madrid are. Okay,
yeah.
it happened with Barcelona. It happened with PSG also. Man City's not doing it yet, but they will be soon when when those 115 charges are sorted out. It's the way it is.
Yeah. By the way, I don't think City will be handed a hefty. I mean, it's a fine, more or less. I mean, a couple of million euros.
Then why did they deduct points from Everton and Southampton? Was it Southampton? No, Nottingham Forest.
Yes, that's a good question. Uh, would it
They
be
deducted
applied?
8 points from 8 or 9 points from Everton last season. Okay, and then they appealed and they deducted only four, I believe, and
Yeah.
four from Nottingham Forest. Now that was a charge, apparently, that it wasn't, they called it a minor. Um, I can't, I don't know what the term is. I forgot what the term is. And they considered that a minor one. So we're
But
looking at
yeah,
115 major ones.
I hear you. But the difference is that if it wasn't for the leaks, nobody would have charged them anything because on paper the books are sealed.
Yeah, you're talking about the hacking. Okay, yes,
Yeah,
I
so
understand.
so so the Premier League, I don't think it's a different charge than the ones Nottingham and Ipswich. Sorry, Nottingham and Everton got. Those two got because they breached the sustainability rules and they accrued losses more than 100 million over, I think, over 3 years, something like that. I don't know. But with City, it's not the same charge. they've been charged that they manipulated the books.
So it's even worse, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but let's face it. Are they gonna strip them with the titles? I mean, okay, let's
No,
put
no,
it
no,
like,
no, no.
let's
That's not going to happen.
let's put it this way. Why did Armstrong lose his 7 titles in the France, the Tour de France? It's the same thing. You cheated your way. You won the title. They stripped you.
Well, Marseille was stripped of the Champions League, right? Once, what
They
was
was
it
they were
in the
no the
90s?
Champions League they were stripped of the French league back then.
Yeah, but even the Champions League, right?
No, it's still there. They're the only French team with a Champions League.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah, well,
held.
see, well, my problem isn't this. My problem is sorry to say it like cheat, but it's cheating. You you uh you cheat your way out through for 10 years, let's say 9, okay? And now you're established. You've got a great team. You've got youngsters coming up. You're now all you need to kind of fine tune the team every year with 1 or 2 signings, which you could do with what you're making, right? But
Yeah,
that's not fair because it took Liverpool 4 years to build 3 years to build a decent team, right?
agree.
When they built it like that.
Yeah, I agree. Well, let's keep the 115 charges of City to another session because we
Okay.
will have a lengthy discussion on that.
Yes.
Let's go back to the ownership. I mean, the Glazers, Hicks and Gillette, with Liverpool, because the Fenway Group is different model than Hicks and Gillette, different than Glazers. The Glazers actually went to the banks, got some loan, bought
That's
the club.
exactly what Hicks and Gillette did.
Yeah, but the Fenway Group was different. They financed the deal from their own investment money, so they didn't get any loans. They didn't put a loan on the club, let's say. They treated it as an asset, and it paid back till now. But United, I mean, it's a brilliant concept. Me and you, if we have connections, we go to the bank. Hey, give us 200 million. We go and buy a club, and the club wins and pays itself, and we're the owners. And we get the profit. I mean, amazing.
Do you think there's a bank there that would give us anything? $200, not 200 million.
No, I don't think they'll give us a two quid. I don't think they will even entertain sitting listening to us. But anyway,
just imagine yourself going into the bank. Hey, buddy, that's not going to happen. But yes, you see, this is the problem. The Glazers went ahead and put the loan on the club.
Yeah, and the club pays it.
And they've been paying nothing. I heard they've been paying nothing from that loan, only the interest.
Yeah, the interest. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because okay, it's a safe investment because the club was now 4-5 billion, so it will pay itself. The loan back then
No, that will happen, but the problem is, at the moment, the club is not in a good standings.
From a sporting point of view, yes, but let's put it this way: they took a loan for 600-700 million. The loan is paying itself.
I think, yeah.
And if you sell the club now for 5 billion, you pay back the 700 million you got, and you pay the interest, whatever it is, and you pocket like 4 billion.
Well, that's what they did with Sir Jim Ratcliffe, didn't they? I mean, they got 1 point something billion from him.
Yeah, 1.25.
Yeah, so they pocketed that.
Yeah,
and the debt's still there.
Yeah, imagine you didn't even put a penny from your pocket.
No.
You got 1.2 billion now for selling 25% of something you didn't actually pay for. I mean, genius. Anyway, it's good for Liverpool because, just imagine if a decent owner came to United with all their financial muscle and actually put money into it. I mean, they would have been flying high now. Nobody will catch them. Not even City will catch them.
You know what? You never know because they've been spending like crazy. They haven't stopped spending. They've spent more than anyone else in the past 10 years, I think, in total, right? Almost.
Yeah,
okay.
True.
And look at them.
Sorry, they're going nowhere. They're going backwards.
It's not having the money. It's having the brains to go with the money.
Yeah, I think
the end product.
Yeah, if you're referring to City, because City did something. If you remember, City was winning after they, except for the first season. When they went and they bought, I don't know what's his name, Ronaldinho, those couple of players just to make a show. They had a couple of seasons with Mancini, with
Yeah, the
uh,
guy from
Spain.
Mallorca, I forgot his name.
Yeah,
The
Spain.
zombie.
Yeah.
Mm.
But then something happened. They went and they got the sporting director of Barcelona, and he came back. Not he came back. He established a system, and he bought Guardiola, and he established a really good academy. Almost the same concept as the La Masia. This is why you see a lot of huge talent coming every year from City. So in terms of as a sporting club, they have a proper club now. Now, yeah, they cheated their way into it, yes, but now they're a proper club. Uh, but look at Tottenham. Let's go to Tottenham.
Oh,
Let's go to
see,
Tottenham.
this one's like this is very complicated because financially they're the best run club in the Premier League.
Yeah,
On the books,
yeah.
no
Million.
debt. I
Yeah,
don't think they have any debt.
they have
The
the
salaries are
stadium,
very low.
the stadium debt.
The stadium's amazing. Oh my God. The facilities are just incredible. And but on the pitch, the shit.
Yeah,
So excuse my French. They are. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I
They're
mean,
exciting to watch, meaning that a Tottenham game, you'll see goals. You'll see fast-paced football, end to end, all that stuff, but not in Tottenham's favor. Let's put it that way. I mean, they could be playing who? Crystal Palace and could be losing it.
yeah.
Okay,
No,
but
I
there'll
no,
be
I
plenty
agree.
of goals.
I think you know there's a lot of similarities between Tottenham and United in terms of fans against their owners.
Yeah.
Both of them are not happy with their owners. Now, on one hand, United is worse because you look at Old Trafford and the facilities. I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
even Ronaldo said the showers are like from 20 years ago. I mean, come on. Look at Tottenham; they have state of the art stadium facilities. On the sporting side, United, even with what they're going through, they win trophies still now. I mean, almost every year they win it. They win something. Tottenham was like, when was it? Last time, 2007 and 8. That was the League Cup.
eight,
That
eight, I
was
think.
not even a the League Cup also, not not the league, not a European Cup. So these both have contrasts. Would Tottenham fans prefer to have stayed in the White Hart Lane and won trophies? Or yeah, I think yes, because it's all about trophies for the fan. I don't give a shit if I go to a state of the art stadium and my team is still 10th or 11th. I mean, look at Everton. They will move to this stadium. Everybody's wanking about it, how beautiful it is. And by the way, they have a beautiful state of the art stadium, but they can't get into the stadium properly because the infrastructure and the roads are not really good enough to accommodate.
Up to that level yet.
Yeah. I mean, they had a test event for 25,000, and you see the photos. They're queuing in the streets for
Oh
kilometers.
my God.
I mean, because they had to cross one bridge, and that bridge cannot take the weight of all the people at once. So, I mean, this is genius. You build the stadium, you build everything, and you forgot to build the infrastructure to support it. But we'll go back for the Everton fans. Uh, just because they have nothing else to cheer about, they're cheering about the stadium. But okay, you play
Well,
in the
they
state.
do. They do. They got a draw against Liverpool, didn't
Yeah,
they?
yeah. They got a draw. They got a corner the other
And what
year.
was it called?
Yeah,
The Everton Cup, the Merseyside Cup.
yeah. No, they won the. We got Liverpool. We got a point from Liverpool Cup. Yeah,
Oh my.
they've won that. But you see, even with that new stadium, I mean, if you're still 12th, 11th, 10th, I mean, does it really matter if you're in state of the art stadium? This is the American model? It's all about going there and having a popcorn and then jumping a
Yeah,
little bit.
apparently it is.
Because Liverpool
Unfortunately,
is
it's
about
American
passion.
owners. They don't care. They really over here. I mean, sorry. This is my judgment, and this is what I see. As long as fans are coming, that's it. We're making money. Life's good. All that
Yeah,
stuff.
And this goes back to the money that comes from participating in those tournaments. Champions League, you call it. You call it the Premier League. Because, look, winning the Premier League gets you 175 million
Really?
if you win it.
Oh, wow.
Sitting in the bottom of the league gets you 105 or 110 or something like that. So the difference between winning and the relegation, not relegation, the last is 60, 70 million pounds. It's nothing. Just participating gets you that money. That's just participating, based on your performance, not about the revenues coming with the TV deals, not about the match day revenues. Going to the Champions League, it's even more ridiculous to win the Champions League. So for the owners, should I want my team to go all the way, win the competition so I can pay shitloads of money because of the bonuses linked to their contracts? Or is it better for me if we reach the semifinals, or if we stay in the top form and we play in the Champions League every year? Of course, option 2.
Yes.
Somebody the other day did a Excel sheet about actually is it better for the owners of Liverpool if they won the Champions League and the Premier League? And they came up with results that no, actually they will lose money if they win the both competition. They will lose because they need to pay all the players, all their heavy incentives in their contracts linked with bonuses. And apparently, if you finish second or third and you reach the semi-final of the Champions League, that's the ultimate for the owners. That's the best.
You know what? It pisses me off this because that's not what the fans want to hear. I don't care. Sorry, as fans, we care that the club is run properly. Okay, we care that it makes money. We care about this, but we also care about the performances. We care about the results. We care about winning something. I mean, look at Newcastle now. I mean, 70 years. Some of their
Yeah,
fans were born and sorry, died before they even saw them win a
yeah,
cup.
yeah.
Okay, I mean, a lot of their fans. I heard the story about a guy that was so young when they won the last tournament in 1950 something, and uh, God rest his soul, died before they won this one.
Ah,
So he was too young to
yeah.
witness that one, and it's devastating for a fan. I mean, I can't I can't dream of being um an Everton fan at this point, even a Tottenham fan
No
for that.
one, no one wants to be an Everton fan. Believe
Sorry,
me.
yeah, I mean look at Arsenal. Arsenal haven't won the league. Let's say the league for 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay, they've won the FA Cup a lot throughout these 20 years. I think four times, but the league. I mean, if you ask them, they'll tell you the league more than the Champions League. Like Liverpool fans would tell you, the league is more important now than the Champions League is.
For whom? For Arsenal?
For Arsenal, the league would be more important than the
No,
Champions
no,
League.
no. I don't think so, man. They don't have a Champions League. They don't have this cup. They
I
will
know
die
they don't.
for it.
That's why the league is more important because they've tasted that one before. This
They
one, they
will
don't know how it tastes,
they will give
what
you
the
an
taste
arm and
feels like.
a leg for the Champions League, man.
Sorry.
Anyway, guys, Arsenal fans, if you have a sudden rush, you miss the Champions League, the big ears. Feel free to go to the museum in Liverpool. They've got 6 of them. Take photos, take
Yeah,
selfies, guys.
just sorry. It, you know what? We were at that point before Benitez. Let's be honest. We were there. 25 years, was it?
But
No, I
we've
think
we've
it's
still
20.
got it in the museum. We still have 4 Champions League before
Yeah, I know,
Benitez.
I know. Well, so do
So
Nottingham Forest, really.
yeah,
I
and
mean,
and this is why they're proud of. This is why they have the 2 stars. They've got 2
yeah.
Champions Leagues. Anyway, they haven't got it when it was the European Championship. They haven't got it now when it's a Championship. I don't know when they will ever get it. But
They might get it this year. They've got a good squad. I mean, if everyone's back, I mean, this hurdle against Real Madrid is a big one. But if they cross that one, they've got a good chance. It's them and Barcelona, really.
Yeah, look, if you want to win it, you need to win those big games because I think they will face Paris Saint-Germain in the semi, and then they will go against probably Barcelona in the final. So yes, you've got. Are they capable of winning it? Yes, I do think so. If they're full squad, they're focused, they can win it. Do they have the mentality to win it? I'm not really sure.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
I mean,
Who's the owners? They're American too, right? The
yeah, yeah,
Arsenal owners.
yeah.
Yeah, see, it's the same thing. But I heard that their ticket prices are really expensive compared
Yeah,
to other clubs.
yeah, but the match revenue makes a difference, but not that difference, I think. I'm not sure. Not that difference. I think they're back now because, they kept on paying for that stadium for 15 years. Remember when they moved from Highbury to the
Yeah,
Emirates? Uh, they went for a couple of seasons when they didn't really buy superstars. Arsene Wenger kept them actually in top four for like 10, 15 years. Uh,
16.
and that alone was an achievement. Everybody expecting him to win, to win, to win. But anyway, the guy knew that, okay, we have no money anymore. We built a stadium. So he kept them with the Champions League money until at a point he ran out of luck at the end. He couldn't anymore. But now it's coming back. Now they're splashing the cash, and now they're getting back into the mix. Trying to win something. Money. It's all about money, and
I know this is
uh,
well. I think. But look at what's happening with you and I at the moment. Everything's about money, right? You have to pay the bills, you have to pay everything. Come on. But it's big money. It's not just money, it's huge money. I
yeah,
mean, we were talking yesterday about Alexander Arnold and what he's going to get. It's for 20, sorry, 20 million, 20, what is it? 20,000 extra? Really? A week?
yeah,
That's look for you and I, it makes a huge difference. But I don't know. Anyway, it's big money. Yes, it's unfortunately uh, it's ruining football.
yeah.
I
Well,
mean, I think it's ruining football.
definitely. I think we'll have a session about money and players also because their reactions now on the field, their attitudes, their mentality now. It's all linked to the money. We'll talk about that in a different session because comparing to football, where it was in the 90s and the 80s, I mean, totally different game now. But going back, today they've announced in that the club World Cup, the winner will get £100 million if they go and win it. Participating in the group stages will get you, I think, 30 something
Wow.
millions and millions and millions. Now, this is going to be the guinea pig. Remember, this is a tournament after the season finishes. So we've got like 2 or 3 weeks extra. You travel to the States to play that tournament. Now, if you
Are they
finish
going to
it,
throw in a halftime show like they did? They tried to do in the what was it? Copa America, was it? Yeah, the final of the Copa America or something like this. Bullshit. Sorry,
yeah,
man. This doesn't work.
yeah, it's the American model. It's the
No,
popcorn. You enjoy the
you know
game.
why? You know why this is the case, Mazen? Because halftime to walk actually from the pitch all the way to the dressing room, it takes you like half an hour,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that's the reason why. So you need 10 minutes there to rest, half an hour back. That's the hour and 10 minutes for the show.
Yeah. They think the fans need entertainment in these 15 minutes. I mean, me and you will keep on cursing in those 15 minutes about what happened in the first half. Any match. All the fans will be, doing the same, if not queuing for a beer and a sausage. So who wants to see an entertainment show for
If
15
my
minutes?
team's losing, I want that guy off and then back on right now. I need to get it over with. I mean, how long does it? 10, 15 minutes, right, between games? For you and I, we keep on yapping about that
Yeah.
forever. We don't even listen to what the commentators are saying.
e-
We're just
ex-
like, especially if we're having a bad game. If we're having
Exactly.
a good game, we might listen to someone talking.
Uh,
But definitely, I don't want to. I don't want to hear someone singing and dancing on the stage and this and that. Especially if my team is bloody well losing. I don't know. It's something that
I hope they don't import that model in England. I hope that. I mean, Crystal Palace do have the
yeah, cheerleaders.
cheerleaders before the matches. I would say it's not bad. It's not. But
I don't know.
It doesn't seem
Not
to
not for
belong.
me.
It doesn't
Not
seem
for
to
me.
belong, but doesn't
Do it
fit.
before the game.
Yeah,
Do
it's
it
before.
before the game and after the game. Yes, not in the middle.
I thought they do it before the game with the eagle stuff and
Oh,
cheerleaders and stuff.
yes, Crystal Palace do. I'm talking
Yeah.
about the American version.
No,
Yeah,
the American version is different. It's just they look at
it's
sport
all about the money again, and the show
as
off.
as an entertainment. Yes, it's an entertainment, but not for the fans. I mean, I don't think it's an. I don't. I never think it's fun to watch your team, especially when they're losing. It's not entertainment at all. It's
Nope.
torture, if anything.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've been there, done that. Losing the Champions League wasn't fun
No,
a couple of seasons back. It's anyway. Uh, Forget about the American model. Let's talk about let's keep going. We're I man, I think money ruined this game. I think this is my personal opinion. I think football was way better in the 70s and the 80s. And then in the 90s, it kind of took a bit of a dip. Look, I'm not talking about the actual football. Now players just dive for everything. Oh, don't put in the effort. They're getting paid way more than the guys in the
yeah,
80s and the 70s, and the performances aren't the same. The crunching tackles, now you can't really do a proper sliding tackle in a game because you're going to give away a foul. It's it's unfortunate. I remember Momo Sissoko. Remember him with
yeah.
his
Long.
telescopic legs, and he used to get caught foul on when he's doing a proper tackle. But why? Anyway, that was a long time. Nowadays, you can't even do that.
No.
It's not the same game that we started up when we were playing when we were kids. Of course, we're not going to tell you what our ages are, but just imagine
Well,
70s and the 80s we
we're
said.
talking about the 80s and the 70s as we know them. So it's your guess.
Yeah, yeah, and I choose to be bold just to let you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, I don't know.
that's
It's
unfortunate. And till now, I think I don't see an end of this money pouring into football, especially with all the American investment that's coming into Europe for football. I mean, the Super League is just an American model also. Uh, I don't see the end of this. Uh, I hope the UEFA, the governing bodies, will find a sort of a regulation to put a cap on the salaries of the players, on even on the expenditures per clubs. Just to get it back to the sporting merits. Not just
that's
more
a
and
good
more and more.
idea. Yeah, I hope so too. I think that's a good point. Yes. I just hope that something happens that makes it a proper even playing field for everyone, you
Yeah,
know. You can't go beyond this. They did this in hockey, I believe, in ice, the NHL. That there's a cap. You can't go beyond that. So that's why the teams, and it does create a better scenario, like you don't have the
definitely.
same team winning it every single year for like 15, 20 years. No. Now
Definitely.
it's a bit
Well,
more competitive.
let's put a hypothetical situation. Okay, if I put a cap, you can't pay a player more than 300,000 per week. That's the maximum, the top. So whether you pay someone 250 or 270, it's not that much difference.
No.
Players will look at the project. They will look at the playing minutes. I mean, look at Lavia. He went to Chelsea, knowing that Casado will always start. You're playing in the same position, but because of the money and his agent, they went there. I mean, if it wasn't, and there was a level, I think he would said, no, I'll go to another team. I'll play more minutes. I'll get the same money, almost the same money. So, there should be something like that. I hope so. Otherwise, it will go out of the hand. It will fall out
It,
of the hand.
it is. I look, I blame them, and look who's funding these. I mean, look at the adverts on the jerseys and in the stadiums. It's all
Yeah,
betting companies, for God's sakes.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like that 10, 15 years ago. I mean, it wasn't like that 5 years ago, in fact. But it tells you it's all about the money. I mean,
It
it
is.
scares me in a way. I don't want to say that it's rigged, but it does smell bad, at least.
Yeah, but there's something I think nobody really touched upon. Does betting has an effect on results in football? It's anyone's guess. Because huge money,
To be honest,
especially in Asia. I mean, if you see the money they're betting on games in the Premier League, I mean, for such amounts of money, I don't know.
it's a question.
Yeah, I don't
Look,
know.
we're not saying that it's rigged, but
No.
you know, when you put a lot of people put the money on the same team and it wins.
Yeah, we even now and then hear about, scandals, but on a small scale in Germany, in France, in Italy, a couple of referees doing that, doing this. Uh, yeah, money does play a role. Uh,
Everyone wants to be a billionaire, Maz. That's the
yeah,
problem. Everyone wants to wake up in the morning and
yeah,
has, you
and
know,
uh, and
shitloads of money.
everyone has a price,
Oh, true.
especially in football. Even loyalty, you can buy it just
No. There's no more loyalty. I mean,
no.
I think that died with the likes of Steven Gerrard.
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly,
Totti, Steven Gerrard, these are the last. They were,
yeah.
one
Even
of a
Paul
kind.
Scholes, um,
Yeah,
Ryan Giggs, those guys. Yeah, there's no more loyalty. I
no,
heard this is a funny one about loyalty. I was listening the other day to Roy Keane. I like to listen to Keane and Wrighty a lot. Not much Gary Neville, but Keane and Wrighty. I don't know why those two. I have a lot of respect for, and he said, "Have you ever cried?" And he said, "No, not for winning a football match, no, or losing." He said, "But I did cry once." Everyone was like, "Roy Keane cry?" You know? And Gary Neville told him, "When was that?" He said, "When they told me when I was leaving United."
no.
And I was like, "Wow,
Mm,
that's something
yeah,
coming from." He really does have,
yeah.
you know,
Emotions. He feels.
yeah, he does have emotions. I mean, honestly, I thought the guy was dead inside. Yeah, it
Anyway,
was
that was
fun.
for the today, folks. It was
Oh,
about money.
thanks. Yes, sorry about that. I hope you enjoyed this one. I surely did. I really enjoy our chats, Maz, and yeah, looking forward for the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Send us,
if anyone
send
has
us. Yeah,
any topics to talk about, stuff like that, please put them in the comments below. And there's a like button if you like to press it, then we would like that too. And subscribe for other episodes. Yeah.
yeah. It's the Maz and Mo Show. Subscribe on our channel on YouTube, and we'll soon also be on all social media also.
Yep.
Yeah.
You'll
Cheers,
never
guys.
watch alone.
Cheers.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye, buddy.